Terima ready to send UK troops to Ukraine. Congo's M23 group seizes center of strategic city Bukavu. Good afternoon and Salam Malaysia Madani. This is World Today. I'm SAHIH. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he is ready to send troops to Ukraine if it is needed to ensure the security of Britain and Europe. He said the UK is playing a leading role in supporting Kiev in the war against Russia, which also means being ready and willing to contribute to the security guarantees to Ukraine by putting its own troops on the ground if necessary. Starmer explained that he feels very deeply the responsibility that comes with potentially putting British servicemen and women in harm's way. However, he said any role in helping to guarantee Ukraine's security is helping to guarantee the security of the continent and the security of the country. Starmer also confirmed that he will join a top-level meeting to be held in Paris to address growing concerns over US efforts to end the war in Ukraine. He also said that he will be meeting US President Donald Trump in the coming days, adding the UK has a unique role to play in ensuring Europe and the United States work closely together. Meanwhile, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio played down expectations of any breakthrough at upcoming talks with Russian officials on ending the war in Ukraine. President Donald Trump had repeatedly insisted he would end the conflict in a single day if he returned to the White House, but Rubio stressed it would not be easy to resolve such a long-running, bloody and complex conflict. Rubio is set to lead a high-level US team at the discussion with Russian officials in the Saudi capital Riyadh in the coming days. It is still not clear if there will be any Ukrainian participation, and Rubio said the composition of the Russian delegation had not been finalized.
Nothing's been finalized yet. I was scheduled to be in Saudi Arabia anyways. We announced that trip a week ago and a week and a half ago. So ultimately, look, if at any point in time there's an opportunity to continue the work that President Trump started last week to begin to create an opening for a broader conversation that it would involve Ukraine and would involve the end of the war and would involve our allies all over the world, particularly in Europe, we're going to explore it if that opportunity presents itself.
U.S. National Security Advisor Michael Waltz and West Asia Envoy Steve Witkoff are both expected to join Rubio for the Riyadh talks. On a related note, Ukraine said it retook a mining village near the embattled strategic city of Provence, which Russia has tried to capture for months after President Volodymyr Zelensky said his forces had made gains. Spokesman for troops in the area, Viktor Trubogov, said a number of counterattacks by Ukrainian forces were successful, adding that they recaptured the village of Pishchain. The announcement came just over a month after Russia said it took Pishchain, around 8 kilometers southwest of Provence. The village is home to a key mine that belongs to Ukraine's main steel maker, Metinvest. Trubogov further said there has been a certain turnaround in Provence sector. Zelensky said this week that the military situation around Provence had improved but did not provide details. The Pishchain switch comes as Moscow has claimed daily small advances and Ukraine and Europe brace for a summit between Russian and US leaders Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Israeli forces kill a woman in a southern border town of Lebanon as residents sought to return home 2 days ahead of an Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire deadline. The official national news agency said that Israeli occupation forces shot in the direction of Hula neighborhoods after residents entered, leading to the death of a woman and the wounding of other people. It added that 3 citizens were kidnapped by Israeli forces in the town. A fragile ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah group came into effect on 27 November after more than a year of hostilities, including 2 months of all-out war. Under the deal, Lebanon's military was to deploy in the south alongside United Nations peacekeepers as the Israeli army withdrew over a 60-day period. The withdrawal period was extended to 18 February after Israel missed the initial deadline. When the initial ceasefire deadline expired in late January, Lebanese authorities said Israeli fire killed at least 26 people in 2 days as residents tried to return to border villages. Lebanon's army emphasized the need for citizens not to head towards southern areas where the Lebanese military deployment has not been completed in order to preserve their safety. Columns of M23 fighters allied with Rwandan troops have entered the center of another key city in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as the African Union highlighted growing fears that strife-torn country could break up. The armed group reached outlying districts of Bukavu, capital of South Kivu province, shortly after taking control of its airport about 30 kilometers away. The fall of the city of 1 million people, which was barely defended by the Congolese armed forces, gave the M23 total control of Lake Kivu, following its capture of Goma, capital of the neighboring province of North Kivu, at the end of January. Growing international calls have been made for Rwanda to end its military backing for the M23. Rwanda, however, denied that its troops are in Congo. There was also extensive looting and most residents took refuge in their homes for safety. In a statement, the M23 instructed the Bukavu population to organize into vigilance committees to ensure security. The group also demanded the immediate withdrawal of Burundian soldiers who support the Congolese army in the province. Meanwhile, the African Union has warned against the breakup of the Democratic Republic of Congo after the Rwandan-backed M23 armed group entered a second city in the country's east. Without naming Rwanda, African Union's Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Benkol Adoye, also called for the immediate removal of M23 and its supporters from all towns and cities including Goma Airport.
Second, it's very critical that our leaders also emphasize what is fundamental to every member state of the African Union, the preservation and total respect of the sovereignty, political unity and territorial integrity of Democratic Republic of Congo.
M23 took provincial capital Goma at the end of January before pushing south in an escalation of violence in the eastern region that has already endured decades of clashes. The conflict has also rattled other nations. United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres also warned that a regional escalation must be avoided at all costs. Still ahead, UK government backs steel industry amid tariff threat. Japan's economic growth slowed sharply last year. Though the rate for the fourth quarter beat market expectations thanks to strong exports. Cabinet Office data showed that annual gross domestic product growth in the world's fourth largest economy was 0.1% compared to 1.5% in 2023. The figures for October-December were more upbeat. Quarter-on-quarter growth accelerated to 0.7% from 0.4% in the July-September period. The fourth quarter figure was also more than double the market expectations of 0.3% growth. A mega quake alert in August and one of the fiercest typhoons in decades had dampened activity during the third quarter. Ahead of the latest GDP data, the Daiwa Institute of Research said that various growth factors are seen, including normalization of production for motor vehicles. The institute said continued improvements in the income environment, a strong appetite for capex spending on the parts of corporations, and a comeback for inbound consumption were also positive factors. This time last year, Germany overtook Japan as the world's third biggest economy, though India is projected to leapfrog both later this decade. The UK government has announced a multi-billion pound plan to protect Britain's steel industry as it faces looming US trade tariffs. Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour administration said it was stumping up to £2.5 billion, equivalent to $3.2 billion to help support the sector. It also launched a consultation looking at how to protect the steel sector from unfair trading practices abroad and reduce high electricity costs. Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds said in a statement that the UK steel industry has a long-term future under this government. The announcement came day after US President Donald Trump said he would impose 25% tariff on steel and aluminium imports from 12 March. Canada, Mexico and Brazil are among the biggest steel exporters to the United States, followed by South Korea. Britain exports about 10% of its steel to the US, shipping nearly £400 million worth to the country in 2023. The UK steel industry body previously said the tariff plan would be a devastating blow. Starmer's government said it is engaging with Trump's administrations to work through the detail of his announcement. Argentine President Javier Milei could face an impeachment trial in Congress after the libertarian leader touted a cryptocurrency which crashed soon after. Milei late on Friday posted on X recommending the little-known crypto coin Libra, which soon after shot up to nearly $5 apiece. Just hours later, however, the cryptocurrency plummeted to under $1. Argentina's fintech chamber acknowledged that the case could potentially be a rug pull in which the developers of a crypto token draw legitimate investments, pumping up the value only to later dump their stake. Opposition lawmakers said that they would launch an impeachment request against Milei. Milei deleted the post on X, with local media saying the post had been up for a few hours on Friday night. He later said he took down his post after becoming aware of the circumstances and that he had no relations to the cryptocurrency. Argentina's presidential office noted that the president would create a task force that would investigate the launch of Libra and other companies as well as individuals involved in the operation. Tens of thousands of people joined a demonstration against cooperation with the far right in Berlin after US Vice President J.D. Vance called for Germany to drop the long-standing taboo. According to police, around 30,000 people took part in the protest a week ahead of a general election, but organizers put the number at around 38,000. Many carried placards with slogans denouncing the far-right Alternative for Germany, which is expected to become the second biggest party in next Sunday's vote. Demonstration was held under the motto, "We are the firewall," which is a reference to the long-standing position of Germany's established parties not to work with the far-right. In a speech in Munich on Friday, Vance called on Germany to drop its resistance to having the far right in government, insisting there was no room for firewalls. The rise of the Alternative for Germany party, aided by US support, most notably from tech billionaire Elon Musk, has alarmed its critics, with several demonstrations attracting large crowds in recent weeks. Papal thriller Conclave and immigrant epic The Brutalists have emerged neck and neck at the BAFTA Awards, with each film picking up 4 coveted prizes. Conclave, directed by German-born Edward Berger, won the BAFTA for the best film for its tale of the intrigue and horse trading behind the scenes during the election of a new pope. US filmmaker Brady Corbett took the BAFTA for Best Director for The Brutalist, while leading man Adrian Brody scooped up the Best Actor award for his portrayal of a Hungarian Holocaust survivor and architect who immigrates to the United States. Conclave also picked up awards for Outstanding British Film, Editing and Best Adapted Screenplay, while The Brutalist took awards for Cinematography and Original Score. Meanwhile, the BAFTA for Best Actress went to 25-year-old Mickey Madison for her portrayal of a sex worker in the black comedy Anora.
I do want to just take a moment.
South Korean actress Kim Se-ron has been found dead in Seoul. Police said the 24-year-old was found in a home in the city's Seongsu-dong district by a friend at around 4:55 p.m. local time on Sunday. Officers say no signs of foul play had been found and they were investigating the cause of death. Kim began her career as a child actor and was seen as one of South Korea's most promising young actresses. Born in Seoul in 2000, she rose to prominence with her role in 2009 film A Brand New Life, which saw her appearing at the Cannes Film Festival. She went on to star in South Korea's highest-grossing film of 2010, The Man from Nowhere, and 2012 thriller The Neighbor, for which she received award recognition. Other notable roles include the 2014 film A Girl at My Door and television roles such as A Mirror of the Witch in 2016. The actress largely withdrew from the public eye in 2022 due to a drink driving incident for which she was fined 20 million won or around $14,000 in April 2023. Kim's last role was in Netflix 2023 Korean drama Bloodhounds. It was reported that most of her role was edited out due to the driving incident. At least 9 people have died in the eastern United States, including 8 in Kentucky, as powerful storms brought flooding, exceptionally powerful winds, downing trees and cutting power. Brutally cold weather is expected to hit much of the country later in the week. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said the number of fatalities is likely to increase. He added most of the dead in Kentucky drowned after being trapped in their vehicles by fast-rising floodwaters. He noted that the victims included a mother and her child. The governor, who has declared a state of emergency, urged people to stay off the roads. Beshear said more than 1,000 people had been rescued by first responders within 24 hours. The storm was blowing up from the south and into the U.S. Northeast, a region struck in recent weeks by a succession of extreme cold, snow, rain and powerful winds. More than 500,000 customers were without power from the south through New York State. The National Weather Service predicted the center of the country would be hit this week by a mass of extremely cold Arctic air, bringing record temperatures that could hit brutal lows, even minus 51 degrees Celsius in the plain states near the Canadian border. Next up in sport, shooter Alia breaks Asian record en route to striking goal.
Welcome to On the Table.
Obviously, there are two main engines of growth in any economies. What are the implications of Malaysia's growth on employment, income levels, and also standard of living per population?
From a historical perspective, it's been good.
The capacity in our country can be built to be in the same level as the world standards.
Fresh off his national record-breaking men's indoor 60-meter feat at the Tiger Paw Invitational in California, national sprint sensation Muhammad Azim Muhammad Fahmi is riding a wave of confidence and positivity as he sets his sights on even greater achievements this season. Muhammad Azim, who clocked 6.60 seconds in the semi-finals to raise his previous mark of 6.62 seconds at the Tiger Paw meet in 2023, is hoping to keep his form and continue pushing boundaries by breaking his own men's 100-meter national record next.
Alhamdulillah, I did broke the national record with a time of 6.60, and it makes me so happy right now, and also confident and positive going towards all the season this year. So the goal, I just want to stay healthy, keep the momentum going until outdoor, so that hopefully I can produce another good time in a 100-meter outdoor, and hopefully another national record can be broken.
The Auburn University student currently holds the men's 100-meter national record with 10.09 seconds that he set during the 2022 Under-20 World Athletics Championships in Cali, Colombia. In the meantime, the Hangzhou 2022 Asian Games bronze medalist said he was grateful for the support from Malaysian fans, which inspired him to do his best and make the country proud of him. National shooter Alia Suzana Azahari not only fired her way to goal but shattered the Asian record in the women's 25-meter pistol event at the 2025 Asian Rifle Pistol Cup in Bangkok, Thailand. Alia Suzana scored 44 hits during the final at the Small Arms Tactical Shooting Range to erase the previous Asian record of 41 hits set by South Korean Yang Jin at the 2024 Asian Shooting Championships in Jakarta. South Korea's Lee Si-yoon, with 32 hits, took home the silver medal, while Singapore's Tae Zi-yi completed the podium after scoring 28 hits to clinch bronze. This was Malaysia's second goal in the tournament after Nurul Shahsia Nadia Muhammad Arifin dominated the women's 10-meter air pistol with 239.3 points last Thursday. The tournament, which began on 9 February, ends on 22nd February. In football, Premier League leaders Liverpool extended their advantage to 7 points with a trickier than expected 2-1 win over lowly Wolverhampton Wanderers at Anfield, courtesy of goals from Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah. Onslaught's team had looked to be cruising at 2-0 after Diaz bundled in on 50 minutes and won a penalty later in the half for strike partner Salah to convert with ease, a 23rd league goal for the league's leading marksman. However, Wolves, fighting for their lives near the bottom, gave them a few frights and punished Liverpool for a sloppy second half when Matheus Cunha curled a low shot brilliantly past Alisson in the 67th minute. In an AG final, Liverpool held on for the win, taking them to 60 points and still on track for the title with the nearest rivals Arsenal on 53 points. Both have 13 games left. Wolves, meanwhile, are 17 on 19 points, 2 above the drop zone. In another match, Tottenham Hotspur midfielder James Maddison's early goal was enough for his side to earn a barren home run in the Premier League by beating fellow strugglers Manchester United 1-0 in an entertaining clash. Maddison, back in the starting lineup after injury, tapped in a rebound from close range after 13 minutes to settle a contest in which both sides showed their frailties. Tottenham's first home league win for 105 days eased the pressure on the Australian manager Ange Postecoglou, with his team moving above United into 12th place with 30 points. United manager Ruben Amorim's tough start to life at Old Trafford continues, and the Portuguese has now lost 8 of the 14 Premier League matches since he took charge. His side dropped to 15th place with 29 points as they became the first United outfit to suffer defeats in a league double against Spurs since the 1989-1990 season. In a dramatic match that unfolded at the Bautista Gargantini Stadium in Mendoza, Expediente Rivadavia suffered a disappointing 4-1 defeat against Tigre in the 6th round of the Argentine Apertura tournament. The home side struggled to find their rhythm, showcasing their worst performance since Alfredo Jesus Berti took over as head coach, with an early red card for Ivan Villalba just 11 minutes into the game that severely hampered their chances. The game took a significant turn when Sebastian Villa, the captain of Independiente Rivadavia, missed a penalty at a crucial moment when the score was 1-0 in favour of Tigre thanks to a goal from David Romero. In a bizarre incident, Villa slipped while attempting the kick, inadvertently making 2 contacts with the ball. Referee Pablo Echevarria had no choice but to disallow the penalty kick, despite Victorio Ramis managing to score from the rebound. Tigre then capitalised on the incident, scoring before halftime through another goal by Romero. Tigre continued to extend the lead when David Romero assisted Ignacio Russo, who scored their 3rd goal, effectively sealing the match with a fantastic team play. Nicolas Retema briefly revived home hopes with a well-taken goal, but a late own goal from Independiente Matias Valenti completed the 4-1 scoreline. Moving on to tennis, Ugo Humbert enjoyed the perfect service game when he hit 4 straight aces on his way to winning the Open 13th Province final. The second-seeded Frenchman achieved the feat in the 4th game of the first set and went on to beat Hamad Medjedovic of Serbia 7-6, 6-4 to successfully defend his title at the indoor hardcourt event. The 26-year-old Humbert was rock solid on serve throughout, hitting 13 aces overall with no double faults and winning 82% of his first serve points. With his 1-hour, 40-minute victory, Humbert improved to 18-1 in his past 19 indoor matches on home soil, including the title in Metz in 2023, back-to-back triumphs in Marseille 2024-2025, and a run to the ATP Masters 1000 final in Paris last year. Medjedovic, the 2023 Next Gen ATP Finals champion, was chasing his first tour-level title, but came unstruck by a gritty display from Humbert. With his run to the championship match in Marseille, the Serbian is up 24 spots to number 72 in the PRF ATP Live rankings. With this victory, Humbert also clinched his 7th career title from 9 finals. Hake Neiman hit a stunning 7-under par final round of 65 to claim the LIV Golf Adelaide title, finishing on 13-under par to win by 3 shots as Sergio Garcia's Fireballs quartet claimed victory in the team event. The Chilean trailed a trio of players that included Abraham Ancer by 3 shots at the start of the day's play at the Grange Golf Club, prevailing in a battle with the 33-year-old down the back 9 to win his 3rd LIV golf event. Neiman started the day on 6 under par but had pulled himself into the contention by the time he reached the turn, picking up 4 shots to put pressure on Ancer, who had been flawless after birdieing the first 2 holes to take a clear lead. Another birdie at the 12 by Neiman, his 5th of the round, saw him draw level with Ancer, and he responded with a birdie of his own to go back in front. The pressure on Ancer started to tell on the par 3 14 when the Mexican-American put his tee shot into a greenside bunker before dropping his first shot of the day. While Ancer reclaimed that shot on the 16th, he missed his first fairway of the day on the 17th, going on to drop out of the lead with another bogey. Neiman held his nerve to birdie the last, prompting Ancer to bogey the 18th and slip into a share for second with Carlos Ortiz.
In 2025, Malaysia proudly leads the ASEAN community into a new era of unity, growth, and opportunity. Together with 10 Southeast Asian nations, Malaysia is driving progress in trade, innovation, sustainability, and tourism. Explore the best of Malaysia, from its stunning landscapes to its rich cultural heritage. Be part of global events, business summits, and exciting festivals throughout the year. Join us in 2025. Discover new connections, celebrate unity, and experience the future of Southeast Asia. ASEAN Malaysia 2025. Together, we rise.
And that wraps up World Today. In our top story, KSM are ready to send UK troops to Ukraine. Tune in to Malaysia Tonight, coming up at 8:30 p.m. on TV1 and saluran Berita RTM. Till then, I'm SAHIH from River to the Sea. Palestine will be free. Thank you for watching.